And welcome everybody to the Daily Space Weather. I'm your host Dan, aka Smash and Mash. We're looking at the sun today in multiple wavelengths, as we are wont to do on the channel. So here is ionized iron and helium, 335 and 304 angstroms. We did see an M-class flare in the past 24 hours. No relativistic particles made it to Earth, and we don't even see a coronal mass ejection associated with that large flare. Let's take a look at some additional wavelengths here. Here's 304 angstroms ionized helium all by itself. We've subtracted the 335 angstroms. And a little background on these videos. Part of the reason why we make them is so that I can look at these videos on a larger screen. Yeah, I compose them on the computer, and I wanted to take a closer look at a lot of things associated with solar activity. I realized in the mid-90s that I needed to do a deep dive on heliophysics, and hence the daily space weather. Going on for over 4 years now. We've got about up to 8 named sunspot groups, at least 5 certainly I can count. I can count all the way to 8, but I've counted 5. That's your SDO colorized magnetogram. Some of the best imagery you can get for looking at sunspot development. Now we've taken 304 angstroms and we've added 171 angstroms, a different ionic species of iron. This is iron 9. Or is it iron 11? Don't quote me on it, folks. 171 angstroms and 304 angstroms are the wavelengths. That's part of the ultraviolet light spectrum. More great spectacular imagery here. Excuse me. And here's the 171 angstroms all by itself. A crowd favorite. I believe a house favorite too. Smash Staff, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments, Smash Staff, if this is your favorite wavelength. We've got quite a bit of activity kicking up around down here. You can see some pretty unstable looking plasma down there. There's still a ton of filaments in the Earth-facing portion of the solar disk, so don't be surprised to see coronal mass ejections. We're expecting one to strike late tonight, early tomorrow. For some reason, NOAA didn't forecast that. The radio flux still at pretty low levels here. Remaining above 105, it looks like. That's the 1-year chart. This black line here is the 10.7 centimeter radio flux. And here we are on the Space Weather Enthusiast dashboard. Radio flux is now at 107. So the 10.7 is at 107. No space weather storms or anything forecasted by NOAA. I say late in the day today through early tomorrow, we can expect to see a coronal mass ejection strike. I don't know how that wasn't modeled, but it obviously wasn't. Let's take a brief look at global seismicity. And you may be able to tell by looking at this 90-day chart that we are experiencing a lull in 7 magnitude earthquakes. So remember, folks, large earthquake droughts tend to end in large earthquakes. The biggest earthquake of the past 24 was this weird quake off the coast of Greenland there. Very far north for a 5.7 magnitude quake, which is what that was. I don't know why they're listing it as near Svalbard. It's actually near Greenland. Let's check the rest of the list. A bunch of quakes across the U.S. Southwest and even into Texas. Also some Caribbean quakes showing up there. And let's just scroll up the list. So nothing over a 6 magnitude for the past 24 hours. That 5.7 near Greenland came in at 2028 Universal Time, so around just before 8:30 Universal Time. Greenwich Mean Time is when that one occurred. The Arafura Sea, I was never aware of that until now. It's north of Australia. Just a little interesting point there. Another bit of geography that I've learned. Anyway, continuing up the list here, again, no major quakes over the past 24. If you're in an earthquake-prone zone, please be an asset, not a liability. In the event of a disaster, if you're wondering who the cavalry is, it could be because you're the cavalry. Let's see what volcanoes are erupting next. We're almost done with the daily space weather video, at least the first segment. Sakura-jima's erupting, flight level 080. Suwanosei-jima, flight level 060. Semeru, flight level 140. That's a 14,000-foot plume of volcanic ash over East Java, Indonesia. Fuego, we've got a bit of a Right up here, a breathtaking aerial view of Strombolian explosion was captured by unmanned aerial systems in collaboration with Cascade UAV. Anyway, it's produced about a 15,500 foot ash plume and a lava flow. Also, Sangay, located in Ecuador, is exploding. Flight level 220, 22,000 foot ash plume from Sangay. Saab and Kaya were unable to detect. We are able to detect if you head to smashamash.com. Just kidding, folks. We don't really track you. I mean, thanks to everybody who visits the links below the video. Smashamash.com's got links to other things, like our smashamash.org presents the sun videos. Also, consider becoming a member of the Smash team if you enjoy the content and prefer to see it continue to exist and remain publicly visible. Did you know we're writing a publication explaining the mechanism underlying the solar sunspot and solar polar field reversal cycles? It's true, folks. It's true. If you'd like to support us via some merch, we've placed this in order of best selling, thanks to everybody who's picked up merch. In the past few days, we've seen a shakeup in the top selling. It's in order of top selling, folks. So once again, thanks to our viewers, we wanted to offer something tangible as well as information. You can find links to that below the video. Most of all, thanks to the Smash Team members, smashamash.com/Smash Team. You can find links below the video to that as well, and on the homepage at smashomash.com. Make sure you tune in for our next video. It'll be the fields and features segments, talking about things like coronal holes, sunspots, and more, flares. In any case, thanks for tuning in. I'll have been your host, Dan, a.k.a. Smash-O-Mash, signing off from the Smash News Network, least busted name in news.